Hey everyone, welcome back to So-Called Experts. As you can see by the title, we're going to talk about the Anaheim Angels today. And that's right, I said Anaheim Angels. I am doing that Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim from LA, but we play in Orange County. Bull right there. That just doesn't fly with me. For you Angel fans, trust me, you are not stealing any Dodger fans away from LA. Every Dodger fan I know is staying true blue. So just because you throw an LA into the whole mix of your name doesn't mean you're from LA. You ain't even playing LA County. So how are you the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim? Doesn't make any sense to me. But with that being said, I was at a game last week watching my A's play, in Anaheim, and they had a free t-shirt giveaway. Now when I got the shirt, I originally, told my girl just give them away, but she actually came up with a good idea and said I should just give them away on my show, to maybe I got some Angel fans out there. So the thing I came up with was, well, here's the shirt. It was a gold glove night. So it has Eric Ibar on the front, it's gold gloves. And then you have right here, I guess, all of their old gold glove winners throughout the years, every gold glove winner they've ever had for the Angels. I have two shirts. They're both extra larges. The way I'm going to do it is, any of you Angel fans out there, just comment on this video, either if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, and just tell me why you think you deserve to win the shirts. I'll go through them. I'll probably give it like 2 days. Whoever has the best, reasoning behind why they should get the t-shirts will get them. If you live in the 760 area, I can personally deliver them to you. If you're outside of that area, I have no problem. We'll just private message me, give me your address, and I'll mail them to you. I obviously don't want them in my house too long, so the quicker the better. I want to get them out of here. So with that being said, we're going to talk some Angel baseball. I can honestly say the Angels have one of the most talented, as far as names go, rosters. I mean, when you look at their outfield, you have Vernon Wells, Torrey Hunter, and the outfield. Now, those are two gold glove center fielders in their prime. Now, they must have someone better at center if you're going to put those two gold glove winners in left and in right. Now, they got a kid named Peter Borges. He's a young kid, obviously very talented. Mike Scioscia obviously sees a lot of talent and potential in this kid. We have yet to see it blossom, but he's there. You can see the speed already. He's covering ground and center far better than Torrey Hunter or Vernon Wells would do. So as long as Torrey and Vernon Wells, go back to not their prime, but if they can step their game up from what they did last year, that's going to be a very good outfield. Now you look at the infield, you obviously have Albert Pujols at first base. The Angels went out and spent $240 million on what some people say the best player in baseball. I don't know if I would say the best player in baseball, but probably the best right-handed hitter in baseball. So they obviously have a cornerstone there that they anticipate being there for the next 10 years. When you have that there's a lot to look forward to, Angel fans. You guys have a bright future when you have someone like that. What did he do in St. Louis with a far smaller payroll? He brought 2 World Series titles to St. Louis. Now, if the Angels can surround him with the talent that they have right now, there's possibility of World Series titles. I didn't say title, titles in your future. Then you go to second, you have Howie Kendrick, which is a good player. At short, you have Eric Ibar, who is a proven veteran, a reliable. He's on that Golden Glove t-shirt right there. My big question mark for the Angels is at third base. You guys have Alberto Callaspo there. Yeah, exactly. He's there. He's right now batting like 200 on your team, but he's your starting third baseman. I personally like Mark Trumbo. Are you Angel fans? Remember in the good old days, you guys had a big 6'4", 220-pound third baseman named Troy Glaus. This is exactly who this kid reminds me of. He's the same size, 6'4", about 220, has a big stick. He's actually second on your team right now in hitting, but you guys have him on the bench. I don't understand why you put him at third. Now you say, well, why don't you put him at DH? Well, you guys have Kendry Morales at DH, who I think is probably the biggest X factor on your team. Before he broke his leg like an idiot 2 years ago, celebrating a walk-off home run. I don't know how that happens. He was tearing it up. So you guys have to put him at DH. You're obviously not going to put him at first with Pujols there. So he's your DH. That's unlocked. So Trumbo, the only way you get him in the lineup is put him at third. Callaspo ain't doing anything there. So that's what you guys got to have. You guys have, Iannetta at catcher. Don't know too much about that cat. He seems to be pretty good. I've seen him in person. Had a pretty good arm. And then when you look at the pitching, I mean, that Angels pitching staff is pretty ridiculous right now. You start off with Jared Weaver, who is already, I think, 3-0. Then you go with Irvin Santana. Then you go with Dan Herron. Then you go with C.J. Wilson, who you guys just took away from your rival Rangers. And now he's like your third or fourth starter. You know, he was their ace last year, and now he's your 3 or 4. You know, even him, and I think he's like 2-1 already. That pitching staff can lead you guys, you know, even in a slump like your team is hitting right now. Because obviously the Angels are in a slump. Albert Pujols has gone the first 17 games without a home run. You know, second longest streak of his career. Angel fans, you know, cool it. Don't press the panic button yet. He's a great hitter. You know, I seen him in person, and he was roping balls off the fence. So what? They didn't go over. The home runs are gonna come. You know, what we should be worried about is the average. But he's hitting the ball. He's putting one on the ball. You know, the home runs, like I said, they're gonna come. Not too much to panic about yet. But it's getting pretty close because right now the Rangers are running away with the division. They're at 14-4. You Angels are, I think, 6-11. You guys are in last place. You know, the A's were at 9-10. Even the lowly Mariners, who, you know, suck, are 8-10, are in third place. So, Angels, it's about time you guys need to start picking it up. You know, there's no panic yet, but it's coming pretty soon because if you guys don't make ground, the Rangers are just going to run away with the division. Now, I honestly don't see you guys winning the division. I think that's going to the Rangers. I mean, just look at their lineup. You know, in the outfield, they got Josh Hamilton, Nelson Cruz, Murphy. Then in the infield, they got Beltre, who they got Andrews, they got Kinsler, they got Moreland, they got Michael Young on the DH, who can play any infield position. Then you got, you know, Mike Napoli at catcher. Then you look at their pitching staff. They got Kobe Lewis. You know, they got Derek Holland. And then if any of you guys seen Yu Darvish, that, you know, new Asian sensation that just came over this year, he just shut out the Yankees yesterday. He threw like 8 in the third innings, 10 strikeouts, no runs allowed. And we ain't talking about shutting out some scrub team. He shut out the Yankees. You know, that's a great accomplishment. So if Angel fans need to start picking your game up because the Rangers are going to run away with it. They're going to take this division. I say they get close to 100 wins this year. That's how good I see that team playing this year. Angel fans, I see you guys making the playoffs, but as a wild card. I see you guys close to about 92 wins this year. You know, like I said, with that pitching staff, if they can carry you through this first couple months where you guys are slumping, and then you let, you know, Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells, Albert Pujols, Trumbo, Kendry Morales all get back in the mix, and they all start warming up as the temperature rises, you know, you guys are going to make a run for that wild card. You know, with a great coach like Mike Scioscia, you know, there's nothing that you guys don't have. You know, you guys have a very solid team. You know, the only thing I got to say with Angel fans is, like I said, drop the LA out of your name. You know, I was at 2 games last week to watch my A's, and the attendances were horrible. You know, there was one game was like 27,000, one game was like 26,000. I think that stadium holds close to 50,000 people. So, you know, you guys need to start filling out your seats, because how do you think you guys afford Albert Pujols? You know, he's not free. $240 million. The only way you guys are going to be able to afford to watch him for 10 years, the length of his contract, is if you guys start going to games. You know, if you guys are showing out 27,000 in each game, guess what? He's going to be traded in about 5 years. You know, same thing happened to Alex Rodriguez. You know, the Rangers sucked when he was there, even though he was doing good, and guess what? They got rid of him to the Yankees. So don't be surprised if in 5 years, the Yankees come and get Albert Pujols. So Angel fans, like I said, comment on my video if you guys want that shirt. And like I said, I'll deliver if you guys are nearby. If not, I'll ship it out to you. Keep supporting the show. Keep supporting your troops. Keep following my collaboration, which is www.vhvtv.org. You know, if any of you guys know any veterans out there, please, you know, put them on game as far as that website goes. There's a lot of great information on there. There's a lot of benefits out there that a lot of veterans are not aware of that we have the rights to. So let them know, you know, maybe there's something out there that could help them out. You know, so for so-called experts, I'm out.